Hello, everyone. I'm Michele Ryder, and I'm here with you today to share some purple moment thoughts regarding navigating insomnia. I am not a physician, and I do encourage you, if you have insomnia, to possibly make an appointment with your healthcare provider. I'm not here to give medical advice. I am just wanting to share with you some things that have worked for me. I learned as I was preparing for this episode that 70 million Americans struggle with a sleep disorder. I also learned that 1 in 4 American adults are diagnosed with insomnia every year, and this is according to a Penn Medicine study. So that's a lot of people. I'm among those people, and so I wanted to share with you what's been helpful to me. Purple moments are about gratitude, and I think I found a way to incorporate gratitude into treating my own sleep issues. And hold on, that might sound a little strange, but it has turned out to be the thing that has helped me the most. So when I find myself in bed, lying there awake, whether it's when I first get into bed or whether it's the middle of the night or even just an hour before it's time for me to get up, if I find myself laying in the bed awake, the first thing I do is take a couple of really deep breaths in through my nose, hold for a few seconds, and then exhale through my mouth. That's very relaxing, and many of you have probably used breathing techniques to help you relax. So that's how I start. And after I do those couple of deep breaths, I just kind of allow myself to think about my body, head to toe, and relax each body part. Just doing a quick body scan as I lie there. And then the next thing I do is I think of the letter A. Now hold on a second. I know this is going to sound a little nerdy at first, but when you're desperate, you're willing to try anything. So just hang with me for a moment here. I'll think of the letter A. And as I sit here before you right now, the first thing that pops into my mind is my granddaughter, Alyssa. And yes, I am grateful for Alyssa, very much so, but in this little game I'm going to play for myself, if I would be laying in my bed, I would probably dismiss that thought pretty quickly because while I am more grateful for my granddaughter than just about anything, relationships can be challenging and bring up a lot of energy. And so what I would do if she came to mind as I laid there and thought of the letter A, I would probably just kind of let that thought go and try to think of something more simple. Well, as I'm sitting here right now, the next thing that comes into my mind is an apple. So I might think of an apple and imagine myself just for a minute taking a big bite out of that apple. For me, that would be a nice, crisp, sweet apple. And as I would experience that in my body, I would just sort of breathe in a little bit, not a super deep breath, but just kind of breathe in the thought of that explosion of sweetness in my mouth that I'm so grateful for. And as I breathe in that experience, I can usually just feel my body relax just a little bit. Now, if that doesn't happen for you the first time, that's fine. Just move on to the next letter. So let's say the letter B now. Maybe you had a little bit of relaxation, maybe not. And right now, as I'm sitting here with you, the first thing that comes to my mind is a brown bear. Now, maybe for you, a brown bear might not be something that you're grateful for. It might be something that seems a little traumatizing. So if something like that comes to mind, just dismiss it and move on to something else. for me, when I think of a brown bear, I think of a teddy bear. And that's pretty comforting to me, something I can be grateful for. I also come up with a picture of some baby bears tumbling and playing somewhere in a field. And so I would probably just take that thought in and imagine it, feel comforted by it, and breathe it in, and then let it go. And I would feel myself relax just a little bit more. Um, Moving through the alphabet in that way, thinking of very small things that I'm grateful for, giving myself a few seconds to feel my gratitude for them and to breathe that in and let it go. Oftentimes, just a few letters in, I fall asleep, but often I will also wake right back up. And at that point, I will just pick right back up, maybe where I left off, but I might not be able to remember exactly the letter that I left off on. So whatever letter would pop into my mind, I will just pick up with that and continue through. I would encourage you, if you want to try this, to be, real gentle with yourself. Sometimes when we're tired and we're lying in bed, you might not think of anything that begins with a particular letter in the moment. Don't get judgmental with yourself or start worrying that you're losing your mind or something. You're just tired. Just move on to the next letter. And certainly, if anything comes to mind that stimulates you, let that go. And like I said, come back to those really, really simple things. If I got to the letter E, I might think of my ears and be grateful for my sense of hearing, things like that. There are a few letters that are kind of challenging. The letter X, usually when I get to the letter X, if I get that far, I allow it to be maybe the last letter of the word instead of the first letter, or maybe the second letter of the word. So just kind of make the game your own. The most important thing is to just do it and to feel the gratitude and to breathe the gratitude in and feel yourself relax into it. It's really been helpful for me to play this little game. A few days after I discovered this little gratitude game, I had a extra little purple moment, and I just realized that as I was going about my day, that I was more grateful for those small things. So if I had been grateful for an apple the night before and maybe I chose an apple to eat as a snack during the day, that I just enjoyed that apple with more gratitude than I normally would have. So not only did this little game help me to rest better, but it was the game that kept on giving into from the nighttime into the daytime. So I hope this is a helpful little strategy for you to try. It's been one of the most helpful things for me in dealing with some of my sleep problems and has really been important part of my health journey because sleep has become a hard thing as I've gotten a little bit older. And so I'm just really grateful to have come up with this, and I really wanted to share it with others. I hope everyone is enjoying these Purple Moments videos. I would encourage you to share them with others if they're helpful to you. I encourage you to hit like and subscribe. Please leave comments if you feel like it. I may not respond to every one of them, but I do read all of the comments. I appreciate them, and uh, I would really like to hear some of your purple moments if anyone feels like leaving one in the comment. So I will look forward to having another Purple Moments conversation with you very soon. Have a great day.